So you want to write a movie script, but the problem is you have no idea where to start. Don't worry, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT not just as a brainstorming buddy, but as a full-on script writing tool. And to make this fun, we're going to build a cartoon story together from scratch about a talking badger. Hi everyone, Chika here for Big Shot Movieverse. Currently, I'm adopting AI tools in my indie filmmaking journey, unlike in my past short films, and I'm excited, having made a recent comeback to YouTube at the time of this recording, and I'm happy to share my new and hopefully better creative experiences with you, first of which should be my upcoming first AI-assisted short film, Sparrow. More of that in a later video. This very video will be in two parts. The first will be super simple, just to give you a very basic but detailed overview of a complete, very easy to apply process in ChatGPT. The second part offers a more detailed dive into exact points and prompts to pull in ChatGPT to get yet more professional and richer results. By the end of this video, I'm going to leave you with free resources, with which, honestly, with a copy and paste approach, fitted of course to your own story, is guaranteed to give you a full professional movie script. Let's dive in. Number one, the character blueprint. Every great story starts with a character. If you don't know how to describe yours, ChatGPT will literally hold your hand through this. For example, let's consider our main star. I call him Detective Barry, the Badger. Personally, I'd suggest if you want to milk the best from ChatGPT as a tool, give it some guidelines. This is crucial to how rich your results will turn out to be, and I can't overemphasize this. Let's say your cartoon character is a dog, a terrier. You could first of all Google the characteristics of a terrier, a few of which I know to be tenacity, high energy, and bold personality. There are more, but the whole idea is to ask ChatGPT to build these qualities into your growing character. But even asking ChatGPT to brainstorm and give qualities to your character without doing this would still give you amazing results. And this is exactly what I've done, just to keep it simple, as promised. And here are the results for our character, Detective Barry, the Badger. He's witty, slightly clumsy, and wears a futuristic detective's trench coat. He's curious, always sticking his nose where it doesn't belong, literally because he's a badger. Dreams of being taken seriously as a professional investigator, but his comedic nature always trips him up. When you describe a character to this level of detail, ChatGPT can help you generate other characters who bounce off him naturally, and this leads us up to step 2, building supporting characters. Once you've got Barry, ChatGPT can expand the world around him, and hey, you could ask for exactly that. Generate other supporting characters that bounce off Barry the Badger. The results? Sally the Squirrel, Barry's fast-talking partner who's always 3 steps ahead. Professor Pinecone, a wise but eccentric mentor who speaks in riddles. The Raccoon Gang, comical villains who think they are masterminds but can't stop arguing among themselves. See how quickly this becomes a cast? ChatGPT helps you balance personalities so your story feels alive. Step 3, structuring the story. Now that we have characters, we need a skeleton, a story structure. ChatGPT can suggest everything from the hero's journey to episodic comedy arcs. At this point, you could simply ask ChatGPT to generate a story structure broken down into episodes for the script. And voila! For Barry the Badger, here's an episodic breakdown. Episode 1, Barry takes his first detective case, but it's just a missing sandwich. Episode 2, he tries to infiltrate a secret raccoon hideout and accidentally becomes their leader. Episode 3, he must solve a mystery in the forest school, only to realize he caused the problem. Notice this, each episode has a problem, a comedic twist, and a resolution. ChatGPT can literally map this out in seconds, so let's do this. Step 4, expanding into episode outlines. This is where ChatGPT shines. Give it one episode idea and it builds a scene-by-scene outline of the episode. Simply ask it to create the outline of the events of episode 1. The results, episode 1, the case of the missing sandwich. 1. Barry receives a serious call from a squirrel crying about her missing lunch. 2. He over-prepares. Magnifying glass, notepad, disguises. 3. He interviews suspects, but each flashback turns ridiculous. 4. The twist. Barry ate the sandwich earlier without realizing it. Now you're nearing an episode that could actually be animated, so we move on to step 5, writing dialogue. Here is where clueless creators get stuck, but ChatGPT makes it painless. Just ask for sample dialogue in the tone you want. In our case, it's a cartoon comedy. ChatGPT can give you jokes, drama, or emotional beats depending on your style. So we ask, in your outline of episode 1 above, the case of the missing sandwich, you outline 4 points which ended with the twist of Barry having been the one who ate the sandwich. Write me the full episode 1, complete with dialogue, jokes, and all. Give it some seconds, and there you go, we have our script. And so we move on to step 6, polishing and iterating. Once you've got outlines and dialogue, you can ask ChatGPT to make adjustments to portions where you choose. At this point, what I simply do is just to read through and ask it to maybe punch up the humor, deepen emotional moments, use more engaging expressions in some moments, restructure for pacing, even reformat everything into a professional screenplay style. Again, I emphasize, the more detail you feed it, the richer and deeper the output. Step 7, scaling into a full season. Now, if you want more than one episode, getting it done is easy. ChatGPT can generate a season arc where smaller stories build up to a bigger story ending in one grand finale. Here's an example of what it came up with. Barry thinks it's just solving silly woodland mysteries, but by episode 10, he discovers the raccoon gang is part of a much bigger conspiracy. That is professional level storytelling built with you step by step. Okay, so we just got through the super simple first part I talked about at the beginning. Now for the second. In this second part, I'm basically giving you a custom template which reflects the pattern we just went through with more depth, and which you can reuse to guide ChatGPT through your own animated series or other script. It's modular, so you can use the full version or just pull out parts as needed according to your workflow stage. You know, just copy and paste prompts, but it's guaranteed to give you a full movie script at the end. Quick pro tips: if you're using ChatGPT plus the paid version, ask it to remember characters or show concept across sessions. This is important because ChatGPT can hallucinate and veer off track, giving you entirely different details other than what it gave you in the episode outline. This actually happened to me using the free version, but what I did was to refer again to the details of the outline, and it quickly did a memory update, apologized, and got back to track, which leads us up to tip 2, stay iterative. Don't expect the perfect script in one go, refine bit by bit. Tip 3, collaborate actively. Treat ChatGPT like a co-writer. Give feedback on outputs so it can help you improve progressively. You can find a link to download this template in the description below. So that's the entire process of turning "I have no idea where to start" into a fully formed production-ready script with characters, episodes, and dialogue. You can do it, you got this. In future videos, I intend to share my progress path or selected workflows towards my upcoming first AI-assisted short film, Sparrow, and I'll be glad to have you along the way. Let's grow together. By the way, I realize that real growth happens on your inside first before it shows on the outside, and that's what I talk about in this next video that I'd like you to watch, and I'll see you again.